name is Melody Morgan, and I would like to share with you today when you should wash your hands. Not washing your hands after the toilet is as good as washing them in the toilet. Pretty gross, huh? Before the late 1800s, the practice of scrubbing up before and between patients and procedures was not common practice. As dissection became more and more important to the medical practice during this era, doctors and medical students routinely would leave dissecting cadavers to go and examine new mothers without washing their hands first. Ignaz Semmelweis was a Hungarian physician. His work demonstrated that hand washing can drastically reduce fatalities associated with childbirth. He was the director of the maternity clinic at the Vienna General Hospital in Austria. He was dubbed Savior of the Mothers. When you should wash your hands: before, during, and after preparing food, before eating food, before and after caring for someone who is sick, before and after treating a cut or a wound, after using the toilet, after you change a baby's diaper, after blowing your nose, coughing or sneezing, after touching an animal or their food, and after touching garbage. I'd like to share with you some things underneath your fingernails. Pseudomonas bacteria, nasty. Trisyphon, which is a fungus, candida, yeast, and the rotavirus. I'm sure most of you have heard of that. All these things live up under your fingernails at any given time. These are some places where you might encounter germs and not be aware of it, some of them. Germs and bacteria are everywhere and on everything we come in contact during our daily lives. What is the right way to wash your hands? Wet your hands with clean running water, hot or cold, doesn't matter. Apply your soap. Rub your hands together to make a lather. Scrub them well. Make sure you get the backs, palms, and your fingernails by scratching them in the palms of your hands. Continue rubbing your hands for at least 20 seconds. A good way to time it is to say or sing the birthday song twice. Rinse your hands well under running water, and then dry your hands, preferably with something disposable. And if you don't have running water, the safest, best alternative is hand sanitizers. Please make sure they are at least 60% alcohol. Make sure that you apply the product in one palm of your hands, rub your hands together, and keep rubbing until they're dry. This is a good alternative, but soap and water is the best. These are some missed spots when you're washing your hands. As you can see, the thumb here, in between the fingers and the ends of the fingers, usually is the areas that don't get washed properly. And in closing, I'd just like to remind you, you don't know who was there before you. So poor toilet hygiene, contact with animals, handling raw meat, changing diapers, all of these increase your chances of coming in contact with bacteria and spreading it to other places. Bacteria that can cause diarrhea and vomiting may be hiding underneath your fingernails, and research has proven so. These are my sites. There's a Hands Together video at cdc.gov. Awesome video. Watch it. It's got a lot of useful information. Thank you.